Welcome to the Explainer. Okay, let's just get right into it. We're going to break down the massive, seismic shifts happening in search and give you a clear, actionable playbook for 2026. This is what you need to know.
All right, let's kick things off with a question I bet a lot of you have been asking yourselves, maybe even shouting at your screen. Why doesn't Google love you anymore? If you've seen your traffic just fall off a cliff recently, you're not going crazy. There's a real reason for it. And the simple, kind of scary answer is this. The rules have changed. Forever. The old playbook, it's not just useless, it's actually a liability now. The very things that got you to the top before could be the things dragging you down now. The ground is shifted under our feet, and there's just no going back.
Okay, so to really get a grip on the new rules, we first have to talk about why the old playbook is totally obsolete. We've got to understand what we're leaving behind. It's this huge shift from just matching keywords to actually understanding concepts.
And look, this didn't just happen overnight. It's been a long time coming. We're talking a decade-long journey here. It really started way back in 2013 with an update called Hummingbird, which was all about getting a handle on conversational search, how we actually talk. Then, boom, 2019, we get BERT, which got even better at understanding all the little nuances in our sentences. And now, in 2024, the helpful content system isn't just a part of the algorithm, it is the core algorithm. It's a straight line from matching words to understanding meaning.
Okay, now this is where it gets really interesting. To explain these huge core updates, the search engineers themselves gave us this perfect analogy. They said to think of the search results like your personal list of favorite restaurants.
Just think about it for a second. Your own list of top spots from a few years ago, it's probably different now, right? Of course it is. New, better restaurants opened up. Maybe some of your old go-to places kind of went downhill. And hey, your own tastes have probably changed too. So when you see your rankings drop, it's not that you're being punished. It just means the algorithm's criteria, its taste, has evolved. And right now, someone else is just a better match for what it's craving.
All right, let's talk about the big one, the real game changer. I'm talking about the rise of AI answers. And you have to understand, this is not just some new feature bolted onto the side of the search page. No, this is completely rewriting the user journey from the ground up.
And this massive shift has basically spawned a whole new field of study. It's called Generative Engine Optimization, or GEO. See, the goal isn't just about getting that #1 blue link anymore. The new prize is to become the trusted source that the AI actually quotes, to be the one who gets that citation in the generated answer.
And here's why you should care, especially when it comes to your bottom line. The traffic you get from one of these AI referrals, it's a totally different beast. We're talking about users who are way further down the funnel. They have incredibly high intent to convert, which makes every single one of those clicks unbelievably valuable.
So how much more valuable are we talking? Well, get this. Some studies are showing that this traffic can convert at a rate up to 25 times higher. 25! And it makes sense, right? The user has basically asked a super specific question, and the AI has served you up on a silver platter as the answer. They don't just land on your site, they arrive with a mission.
Okay, so that's the new landscape. How in the world do you actually win? Well, let's get into the new playbook. Rule number 1 is a big one. You have to create new knowledge. You can't just be an aggregator anymore, just summarizing what everyone else has already said.
You know that old game of just looking at your competitor's 2,000-word article and saying, okay, I'll write 3,000? Yeah, that's over. It's dead. The new metric, the only thing that really matters, is something called information gain. And it's the same story for keywords. The old tactic of just stuffing your keyword in there as many times as you could, that's been replaced. What the algorithms are looking for now is genuine topical depth. You have to prove you're a true expert who understands the topic inside and out. So, what the heck is information gain? Well, you can think of it like a score that measures how much new, non-obvious value your content adds to the conversation. Are you bringing your own data? Do you have original research? Do you have an expert opinion that goes against the grain? If you're adding something to the internet that wasn't there before, that is high information gain.
All right, on to the second new rule, and this one is absolutely crucial. You have to prove that there's a real person with real hands-on experience behind your content. This is all about a framework known as EEAT. Think about it. In a world where AI can summarize anything in a second, what's left? Your unique human experience. That's it. So EEAT, what does that stand for? Experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. These 4 pillars are basically the algorithm's new credibility checklist. And just to be super clear, this isn't some nice-to-have suggestion, it's a flat-out requirement.
And that very first E for experience, that has become the single most important factor. The algorithm is systematically hunting for proof that you have actually done the thing you're writing about. It's no longer enough to just compile what other people have said. Firsthand, I was there accounts. Win. End of story.
Okay, let's nail down the third and final new rule. And this is the technical foundation that everything else is built on. Because honestly, you can have the most amazing, knowledge-rich, experience-backed content on the planet, but if your website is slow, clunky, or broken, it's all for nothing. Nobody's ever going to see it. What this means in practice is nailing some really specific, measurable benchmarks called core web vitals. You've got things like LCP, which is basically how fast does the important stuff show up. Then there's IMP, or how quickly can I actually click on something. And CLS, which answers, does the page jump all over the place while it's loading? Your site has to be fast, stable, and responsive. It's not optional anymore.
And let's not forget about mobile. We're talking about a world where well over half, up to 58% of all traffic is coming from a phone. So your mobile site can't be some clunky afterthought. It has to be your first thought. It needs to be blazing fast, super intuitive, and easy to navigate with just your thumb. Absolutely non-negotiable. So, let's put a bow on this. Your 2026 playbook comes down to these 3 things. 1, create new knowledge. You gotta have high information gain. 2, prove real-world experience. That's your EEAT. And 3, build a flawless foundation. Nail those core web vitals. It's this perfect harmony of amazing content, undeniable authority, and rock-solid technology. You can't win without all 3 working together. And really, all of this, every single change we've talked about, it all points back to one powerful question that you have to ask yourself. And it's this. In a world that is quickly filling up with automated, AI-generated answers, what is your unique human value? Because that is what the new algorithms are searching for. And finding your answer to that question, well, that's the real key to winning.